There is a saying that I want to share with you. It says, give a man a fish and you'll feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish and you fed him for a lifetime. I share that with you because I want to share with what my thought is with this topic of I can teach you. I'll begin by saying that I had a conversation maybe 2 weeks ago. My son got married and he is now married. I documented that as well. When I have some time, I'll put those clips together and I'll throw it on YouTube on this channel. The reason I'm going to do that is so if my son or my daughter or my wife or a family member or a friend wants to see that in the future, 2 a.m., 2 p.m., 5 a.m., it's going to be on YouTube. They can remember that day like we did. It was a good day. He's married. And I am now officially a grandfather. He married his wife and she has a beautiful 6-year-old intelligent girl. Her name is Charlie and I am officially a grandfather. I like the conversation I had 2 weeks ago when family and friends were here at our home was what we can do for our children. As a parent, we want the best for our children. A lot of parents want the best for their children, and I'm no different. I want the best. And one of the best gifts that we can give them is teaching them things in life. I don't know it all. I know what I'm good at, and I know what I'm not good at. But what I do know, I know really well. And I like to share that. So what I did with my son, and I did also with my daughter, is I bought like a journal, maybe 100 pages each journal. And for a period of time, I wrote thoughts, ideas, memories, vision, and I wrote it, one for my son, one for my daughter. They have it. Whether they read it or not, it's on them. And I know that they have read parts of it, which is good because they'll reach out to me once in a while. And I think that's one of the best things that we can do is teach our children not only math in school when they're in elementary school or reading, things like that. Of course, that's very important. But as they get older, teach them about life lessons, and having that open communication of honesty and consistency. And it's easy to talk about things that are good news. I got an A in class. I have a boyfriend or girlfriend. I have lost 5 pounds. I have gained 5 pounds of muscle. Things like that. That's the easy thing to do, is to have conversation about positive things. And when I say consistent, I mean talk about the things that are negative too, the challenges, because life will happen. And that's one of the things that we can do is teach our children, teach our friends, teach those around us, even teach strangers. So when I say I can teach you, here's where I'm coming from, is I like to learn. And most of the learning in my life now is outside of a classroom. And I don't know it all, and I know that. But I'm still learning a lot, and that's the beautiful thing is if I can teach someone to fish as opposed to giving them a fish like the quote said, that's good because you're making an independent person. You're mentoring someone, you're building someone where they can succeed on their own. And that doesn't mean, excuse me, that we don't need help from people, because there are times when we do need help, or there are times when we will need help, me included. And that's the beauty, is that I'm not in this life by myself. So teaching is a very important thing in our lives. Learning is a very important thing in our lives. There are things that I like to learn to do and things that I don't have any interest or I can't or I don't want to learn, period. Let's leave it at that. And that's okay, because we don't have to be the experts at everything. In the military, there are first sergeants. These first sergeants take care of their community, their military community, on and off duty hours, in uniform and out of uniform. And they are, part of their job is to know the pulse, to have a pulse of their squadron, of their unit, of their teammates, so they can act accordingly. You need this, let me get you this, and so forth. Those are teammates that are around us. And maybe you have that in your life as well, even if you're a civilian or even if you're a student. Your go-to person, whether it's a teacher or a friend, that can be there for you to assist you and to teach you things on how to do it yourself. When I say I can teach you, take this channel as an opportunity that I have to share with a lot of individuals, and most of these people, maybe 99%, I will never meet, and share something that I've experienced, that I've seen, that I know about, and hopefully it helps them in their day, in their choices of career or school or whatever it is, because that's what people have done for me, and that's the beauty of YouTube. That's the beauty of life, where we are surrounded by people, and I hope you know that we are surrounded by people that are willing to help us, that are capable of helping us, that want to help us, and we just have to seek them out. Sometimes it's going to be clear. Sometimes it's not going to be clear, but those people are there. So again, the reason I created this channel is to help people, strangers. Some become friends, and I hope that you think of it like this, where you can learn something from your day, wherever you are, and from the people that are surrounded by you. I feel I've been mentored by a lot of people, and often they didn't know that they were mentoring me, but I love the idea of learning. In Japanese, knowledge is said chishiki. That means knowledge. So even when I was 20 and sloppy as an individual, where my priorities were not in line, I knew about knowledge. I have chishiki tattooed in the back of my arm in Japanese writing. That was my second tattoo that I got. Don't ever stop learning, asking questions, and more importantly, teaching others. Whatever you are an expert at, and I'm sure there are areas in your life that you're good at, and you fill in the blank on what that is. Have a great day.